Hello there. So the game's pretty much done. I just need to work on showing the number of lives the player has, the score, and that should be all. It's just the boring stuff left. I don't know if I implemented the lives. I don't think so. I think it just restarts infinitely. Okay, I already have the logic, looks like. This game over. So I have the logic, I just need to show that to the player. Yes, nice animation. VS Code is acting up again. I need to figure out a fix for this. Hi Kushan. The movement looks so polished. How long did it take you to get this comfortable with the engine? Uh yeah, the movement was something I worked on in a previous project with like file or card movement, and I basically just brought that same logic into this one. But to get comfortable with the engine took me about a month, but that was because I was already familiar with programming and Unity before. So I was using Unity for a long time at that point, for like about 3 years. So yeah, just because I already have been working with Unity, getting into Godot was fairly straightforward, but otherwise I would say 3 years. Oh, you saw the file game? Awesome. Yeah, that's yeah, so it's the exact same logic just brought into here. But also that reminds me that means this is also technically broken, I guess, in that case. So it seems to be working for now. It was broken in the other game and it's the same logic, so hopefully it doesn't break here. Which is interesting. I haven't seen the problem happen here at all up to this point. Alright, so I need his VS Code working now. Still not working. Lovely. How do I fix? Still not working. Yay. Awesome. I'm just starting out in the Godot engine. I do programming regularly, but no game development. Awesome. Yeah, it's a fun. Yeah, it's. I guess it's very different from other types of programming like web dev or app development. But yeah, it's if you have a programming background, then you should already have a head start. So that's good. For most beginners that jump into game development blindly, I think that's the main first step that they get stuck at is just the absolute programming fundamentals. So if you already have that, then it should be fairly, or at least it should be more simple than if you're starting from scratch. And awesome, I'm glad you liked the UI video. I don't understand why this doesn't just work. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. And I have no clue how to fix it. And it randomly opens two things, two windows, and neither of them work. I don't do it for work, but I, yeah, it's more. I wouldn't. It's not a hobby either, but because the goal is to still make games for a living, so I guess I'm just working towards that goal. But yeah, at the moment, I haven't finished anything, so I don't make money from games directly. But I do tutoring. I do Godot tutoring on Fiverr, so I guess technically I could say I do this for work. Okay, does that work? Yeah, it's basically side hustle right now, yeah. Or rather, it's just a hustle. Not even on the side, it's just a hustle. Please tell me that works. Oh, I think that actually worked. Yes, okay. I have finally figured out a fix to that issue. Nice. Have you done many game jams? I've done one, but that was a long time ago. But I definitely need to do more. I think right now I am comfortable to do game jams. I wasn't before. I think one thing I did was I tried to do game jams really early when I barely knew like programming fundamentals, which was like obviously not a great idea because I didn't know what to do for like even the smallest steps. So I think once you're comfortable with making basic mechanics, or that's hard to define, but once you're comfortable with just navigating the interface and like figuring out how to do stuff, I think that's a good place to start doing game jams. But yeah, I haven't done many, so probably not the best person to give advice on that. I really do want to do more though, at least right now when I'm starting to take it more seriously. Okay, so I need to start with the life UI. So I'm checking for game over somewhere. Do I have a game manager? Brick manager. Pawns bricks. Yeah, I'd love to stream game jams soon. Yeah, just need to find one that I'm able to put time into. The brick manager does not manage bricks, it simply spawns them. Got it. Where do I check for game over? It did have a print somewhere. Aha, main.cs. Okay. Yeah, the game's over here. Got it. So I'll have to send out an event when the game is over. So let's just create an event. and invoke it here. I'll be in the background while you do your thing. All right, awesome. Thanks for stopping by and sticking around. Okay, and let me catch that with a game over menu. Game over UI. And let's just make a real simple user interface. Use a panel set to full rect and a button. Put them in a VBox and put that at this. And oh yeah, this should probably be inside a panel containers. I might make the size, the font a little bigger. Yeah. And anchor that to the center. I'll instantiate that over the main scene. Shift A, game over. And set that to full rect. I need a canvas layer first. There and then that. And I want it to show up on top of everything else. There you go. That should be fine. And just going to make sure that this panel, the panel container, has a style box. And I should probably do the same with this one. All right. Awesome. Okay. So now I will need to show it whenever the game is over. So in main, when the game is over, I will simply set the trees paused property to true and make sure that the game over UI doesn't get paused. And also, let's add a script on the game over UI. Let's just do a simple export for the main scene. Or the main node. And this is new. UI looks new. No, I don't want it. How do I? And I also want references to the buttons. So this will be restart and quit. Quit. And grab references. Oops, that should be in here. Really intrusive. I simply want to connect to main game over event and make myself visible. And whenever the restart button is pressed, get tree dot reload. Yes, reload currency. And when quit is pressed, I want reload quit. Should start invisible. So just go in here, visible. It's false. And I have some errors here. Oh yeah, I haven't assigned the main node. Is shaded programming something you have delved into heavily? A little bit, not heavily. I wanted to get into it, but I got distracted, and I did get into it fairly seriously at the start, but then not seriously enough. I would love to do more of it. Shaders are so cool. I have a surface level understanding of them. Alright, there we go. So the menu shows up when the lives are over, and I can restart. Okay, I have to unpause the game as well. They're quite daunting, yeah, I agree. Even now, whenever I eventually want to get back into them, I'm sure I'll be quite overwhelmed. But yeah, they're just so powerful if you can understand them. Like I did some really simple shaders, and they're also really satisfying to work with. Like once you understand them a little bit, it's so satisfying to be able to write your own shaders. I've made a couple of really simple ones, but yeah, they're so satisfying. But yeah, definitely a lot to get into. Game starts automatically. I need to fix that. Because the ball is placed in the scene, which is not what I want. How am I spawning the ball on reset? Reset life. How is the ball reference? Oh, I'm passing in the ball reference. I suppose on ready I can grab the player dot reset ball and just grab a reference to the ball. Use AI. I do sometimes. You can place the ball outside of bounds and then reset it immediately. Yeah, I had a lot of fun learning shaders for sure. So I want to reset the ball and the player. So I think I had a ball dot reset play ball reset. Did I not? Reset speed, I guess. What does that do? Okay. Let's do that as awesome. Nice. Funny bug here. I'm able to move off screen and move the ball completely. Right, so now the lives. So I can also have another event, life lost, and invoke that here. And I can have some UI hook into that. I don't have a hard spread, do I? Might have to make one real quick. Or let me do the logic first. And then I can do the right. I just need a HBox container with with what? With a texture vector. Works. And 3 of those, and let's also use a margin container. The HBox container, I want it to align vertically, but I need a custom minimum size for these. Right. Let's hold a reference to the rights. Actually make this a property. Is this being set? In this script? Being set here, so that should be fine. And whenever I lose a life, I can have the UI reflected, so call this art container, or rather art hatchbox, and then go in here and grab a reference, and with that or rather for so if the child is a text direct, I want to get or set it to be visible anymore. I less than lives. I think that works. Art UI. And do I need to hook anything up? Yes. ANC. There we go. Awesome. And I cannot click these buttons anymore. Let's do that. Change the order so the main menu or the game over menu is on top. And there we go. Perfect. And when I restart, that should all work again. Awesome. Hello, Kotrish. I do not speak Russian. Is that Russian? And for this, I might just grab a heart sprite. Online. Open game art. This should be good. I can replace the texture X. There you go. Awesome. So that's the Lives UI working. And finally, score. Okay. So every time the player hits or the ball hits a brick, you want the score to go up. So it looks like I have a static event. I was going to make one, but looks like I already have one, which is great. So in the HUD UI, which is over here, I first need a score label. HUD UI. And within the same margin works. In the same margin container, I can go with a label. So that then the label can be anchored to the right side. There we go. Hey Kotrish, I'm not sure what you're saying. Sorry. I don't speak that language. And in here, I'll just create a score variable. Ideally, you wouldn't want to make it here, but let's just do something quick and dirty. Unless I already have a score variable. Oh, I do. Okay. In that case, let's do it right. If I already have a score variable, is it being used anywhere? That's the wrong button. Being used anywhere? No, it's not. Alright, so this will be score. Let's turn it into a property. And I can listen to the destroyed event right here in main. And then increment the score and let's just send out another score increased event, and I can emit that here. Call this score label. Awesome. And it should start at 0. Score label dot text. Yeah, that works. Let's see it go over 1000. Make sure it still looks fine. Yep, awesome. I think I can give it some padding by default. There we go. Awesome. The score works. And let's just lose all our lives. And make sure it resets. It should just reset automatically. Awesome. Nice. That should be everything. Oh, hold on. We have some errors. What are you? I suppose I need to unsubscribe. Probably just this one actually. Restart and then awesome. Okay. Nice, that works. Yeah, I just needed to dispose the event connection. Alright. So let's check the 20 games challenge. And I think that should be everything I need to do for the second game. Awesome. So that's all the main goals. Stretch goals. Do I want to do these? Cannot be bothered. All right. I think I'll call that finished there. Okay. Nice. So that's all done. Now, what is game 3? Space Invaders, Frogger, and River Raid. Alright. Not sure which one I'll go with, but I guess I can decide on that next time or by next time. But yeah, that is the second game done. Awesome. So I'll be ending the stream there. Thanks for stopping by, and I'll see you next time.